playing the first game. And then afterwards it'll be the Daredevils and the Dragons. And then in the final game it'll be the Daredevils against the Titans, which should be a very tight group with the Dragons upsetting the cart there in the first weekend. Reminder to all the viewers, Sports Tiger is the global official streaming partner of Taiwan T10 League, bringing you news, predictions, scorecards, training video, and a lot more, including this wonderful game up here. The rain stayed away again, Celia. It's very humid, and we should see some swing here from the bowlers.
So we see Shahzad is in. No, Shahzad is not opening this time.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He's
Shahzad and
is actually facing, and Javed, Usman, just the same opening pair that we had in the previous game. So Shahzad Khan, and the first ball. So although the first ball has been bowled, nothing has actually happened except it's one wide and there's one run.
Well bowled there. You can hear the excitement from the fielders there. Jumped the gun there a little bit, the players in that. One without loss after 2 balls there, Celia.
Well, what happened is that our global streaming audience was not with us, but the players are so fired up. Like horses, you can't hold them in. They just want to play.
Sound like a nick there, Celia.
This time I heard nothing. But again, I'm sure if there was something there, we would have heard an appeal. But there was a cross bat again from...
Interesting that Amjad Zafar's opening. He came down order in the last game. Looked pretty good for his 12. And here he is, opening innings with Shahzad Khan. He's edged that one through the vacant slip area and it's raced away for 4. Valuable runs. PCCT off to a good start again. 6 without loss. Celia, in the last power play in the first game that they played, they scored 45 of 3 overs. Incredible start, and let's see if they can do it again here.
That should be very interesting to see if they can repeat that. I believe that the Swingers bowling attack is maybe a little bit stronger than ICCT, but we'll have to see. So the previous one, we thought there was an edge, but there wasn't. But this one, definitely an edge, but a huge edge that went for 4.
Change in the field as well. They got third man back now and deep long on. Palanca coming with a very long run up here, trying his best to steam in. Squirted away, and that fielder's going to come into action here. Oh, a bit sloppy there from the keeper. Can't afford that.
That was actually a pretty good ball there by Palanca, but they managed to beautifully squeeze it down to that third man area, and they got 2 runs. Good start.
Well bowled. Gives down. You can hear all the chat there. The boys are fired up in the field. 8 without loss. With the ball to go in the first over. Some lovely breeze comes across the commentary tent here. I'm sure the players will appreciate that, Celia. It's been a very hot day. Ooh. Cut away for another 4. And they've had a very good first over here.
Plane. The players are out there in the heat, playing and running around. And we hope you are enjoying the pictures in the comfort of your air-conditioned living room. So, into the attack.
Prithvi Murray. Very good all-rounder for the Swingers.
And the Swingers need him to bowl a very good over here. He's going right arm around. Good cricket. So that was Khan just opening his account with a single. PCCT must be feeling a little tired.
For sure, Celia. They've spent a long time. Remember, for the viewers out there, they're celebrating Ramadan, so very happy Ramadan to all the viewers around the world. But they haven't had anything to eat or drink since about 4:30 this morning. And this is their second game.
And this is the second game in a row. They assure me that they are okay, that they are used to this, and that it will not affect their level of play. More to Safar. Well bowled.
If anything, Celia, it's helped them play better today. They scored a massive 132 runs in the previous game against the Smashers. And they've definitely fired up here. They won a position in the semi-finals, place in the semi-finals. And they've asked that everyone back home prays for them and wishes them well in the tournament. And the boys from PCCT will hopefully do the nation proud.
And I think, in spite of the Swingers winning the first game this morning, PCCT is probably the favorite in this game too. Push to point. Oh, straight through. Doesn't really matter. They would have gotten one run anyway. So More, true to form. Bowling a tidy over so far. So in this T10 league, as you can probably guess, only 10 overs. So every ball is important. Every wide is an extra ball that the batting team can face. So every dot ball or a single is actually very important for the fielding team. And More has proved that he can actually deliver that. So he's in for his fourth ball. That was hit down to the point boundary.
Bit of a miscue there, Celia. I think he was aiming down the ground and just didn't get all of it.
I looked down the ground and there was no ball there. So he gets one run and brings Zafar back on strike. That one just straying down the leg side, unfortunately.
Spoiling what's been a good over so far, Celia. It's important for him to end well here.
Yeah, those wides are really, no bowling team can afford them. If you add them up at the end of the game, not only those wides, but also the extra balls that have to be bowled and what was scored of those extra balls. Into the body.
No one down there though, Celia.
And they will just stop short of it when they get 2 runs easily. There's somebody in the background there on his bicycle with no shirt.
Just give me an idea how hard it is out here. Having a lovely afternoon cycle.
Oh, good lift.
Not called no ball there by the square leg umpire.
Which means that will be the end of the over. And the score is 18 without loss.
The umpire's just checking there. Having a bit of a debate whether or not it's given as a no ball. So the umpire's just conferring here just to make sure that they make the correct decision. It's the end of the overs there. 18 without loss after 2.
So finally they agreed more tightly than ICCT in the previous game.
Yes, they'll want to keep them down to about 80, 90, Celia, if not even less. But I think with their powerful batting lineup, maybe the Swingers will believe that they can get this. And here comes Nitish Naya, useful all-rounder who opens the batting as well, coming out to bowl.
So Nitish Naya then to Shahzad Khan.
Beautiful shot over the covers, 1 bounce for 4. Shahzad Khan in great form today. Made 27 early on today.
Klusner used to stand very still. And Khan did the same there. Now he's checking to see if there are too many players outside of the ring. He's satisfied and he's ready for Nair. Whoa!
Oh, Beamer! Look at that bounce. Almost goes for 4. And those will definitely be called no balls.
So that should be 2 runs because they also scampered through for 1.
Some incredible bounce, so there, out of nowhere.
So, yeah, there was not much the keeper could do there. He's a tall fellow, this Nitish Nair, and he got very nice bounce off that, well, too nice bounce, too much. Anyway, as we said before, all these extras are the things that hurt the fielding teams. Ooh.
There he goes again. This is up in the air, falling safe, and running away for 4. No fine field this.
For too much bounce here, he has to pitch it a little bit fuller. Because at the moment, he's inviting the hook.
Amjad not calling for the helmet. Very interesting call here. Still batting with a cap. And he is thrashed that over the cover fielder for 4. Just giving himself some room. Beautiful shot over the cover boundary. PCCT on fire against Leah.
Here they go. Here they go. Nair pitched that one up, but it was too wide. Still got some lift, and it was a nice cut.
I was having a thought during the week, Celia, we haven't really seen one of those like fallout overs where someone goes for 24 runs or 30. So far, Nitish Nair here, 3 boundaries, 3 balls. Could this be the over?
Let's hope not.
Still going for 14 so far. Off the over, 2 balls to go. So
it was a good slower ball.
Very good comeback. Can see the intent there from the batsman. Lucky for him, he's got a fielder out there on the boundary and just kept the batsman down to a single.
So, sorry, Craigie. So far in this power play, they are scoring above 11 and over, which is another good start.
Can see you've been working on the mathematics there over the week, so there, it's great math there from you. Yeah.
Let's see what happens in this last ball of this over of the power play. Oh!
That was very close there. Very close. Crazy run there. Would have been gone, I think.
Definitely. It was that, and he should have hit as well.
34.
And Nair is bowled 1 over, and now the 4th bowler coming on.
Don't be fooled by his name on the back there. That is Divish Barshalia coming on to bowl with another name on his back. Shazad Khan, 9 off 6. Good start here. Can he carry on? He's just counting the fielders because the power play is finished and the fielding team can have 5 fielders on the boundary now. And that's what they've done, Celia.
That's what they have. They have 5 on the boundary. Oh, when he goes forward, was that an edge? Oh. No, he missed it. It just touched his thigh pad. He immediately indicates. Well bowled by Barshalia.
Saw him coming down the wicket there, Celia, so very good adjustment from bowler.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, the Swingers need quite a few dot balls here or even wickets. They can't afford any missed chances like in the previous over when they missed that run out. Oh, misfield. But they decide not to take a run.
Always very entertaining watching these 2 run between wickets. As we know, Shazad Khan's been run out by his captain already and also run out Mujahid. And now he seems to be struggling with communication with Amjad as well.
Very important to call clearly when you're batting. That was a beautiful shot by, but it's dropped. Unfortunately, he flicked it beautifully off his hip, but there was a fielder there and he's lucky to get away with it. Just when I say they can't afford any drop catches, they do. Unfortunate.
As we've seen the effect of the heat today, so yeah, drop harmometer up to 24 already. So we've had 8 drop catches already today, a bit more than last weekend. And it's the effect of the heat, I think, just getting to the players.
That might be a wide. We've also seen some good catches held.
Very good catching, especially in the deep, Celia.
Yeah, long on, long off. We've seen some where the players just planted themselves under the ball. Others, they've been running to get to the ball. But now and again, one goes down. Should just be one if the fielder can stop it. I'm sure that the swingers won't mind a single here and there. They just want to stop these boundaries. So far, this over by Marcelia is exactly what the doctor ordered. Down to point from Khan. And another single.
Well fielded by Palanca there, just in front of the commentary tent.
Let's see if Marcelia can finish strongly. Bowling to Zafar. Oh, not a wide. End of the over. 38 without loss.
And just shown what can be done if everyone obeys the rules of social distancing, but with some common sense.
Common sense, I think, is the key word there. But we sit here in Taiwan, and of course we see the news and read the news from other countries, and we see some non-common sense there.
Yogi Rajput coming on to bowl here, and he starts off with a shocker down the leg side. He bowled very well in the earlier game. So yeah, took some great catches and that great caught and bowl to dismiss Mehta earlier on today. So let's see what he can do here.
He wouldn't mind one of those again now, because these two batsmen are getting their eye in. And if they get to 50 without loss, they're going to let rip.
It's well played there by Khan.
You can sense the fielding team just head starting to hang a little bit.
Bit of swing there, so there. Cramping the batsman, coming into him very well bowled.
He probably needs 4 more of those to stem the flow.
Best way, so there, I think they need a wicket or 2 here just to slow that run rate down. Bring them back into the game, because PCCT have a very good platform here. Great bowling there, seeing him coming. And just a single.
Well bowled, Yogi. Coming back nicely. He's now going to
come over the wicket.
Yeah, for the right-hander.
Sliced away, and the point fielder's taken an absolute screamer on the boundary. What a catch!
And Usman Javed is coming in to join his former opening partner. Now, just what we said that what the swingers need is a wicket or 2, and they got 1. But still, PCCT in good form here. They've managed to pull the run rates back ever so slightly, but still a very good platform.
Just a reminder to the viewers, Sports Tiger is the global official streaming partner of the Taiwan T10 League, bringing you all this wonderful action from the Ingfang Cricket Ground here in Taipei. Well bowled by Yogi here. Could come back after those first couple of wild deliveries. 1 ball to go in the 5th over, 44 for 1. Game in a balance at the moment in this knockout game, Slayer.
very much in the balance because they brought them right back from scoring at 11 and over to, I won't try to do the math, but well below 10.
Nice bounce for the fielder there, and just kept it down to 1. And that'll be the end of the 5th over. 45 for 1, 9 runs to the over. Slayer, good start by PCCT.
On the boundary, Jeevan Galdar is now the bowler. Let's see if that has inspired him to something. Also, one would think that PCCT needs to keep on accelerating from here on, because these swingers also have a few fine batsmen that will be in action later. So Galdar then. Beautifully driven on the ground to the long off boundary, just 1. Just 1 run there, as we said. And now Usman Javed. Now, here's an explosive batsman. He doesn't need too many balls to get his eye in.
Scored a wonderful 50, Celia, early on today.
Yeah.
57, 20-odd balls.
Let's see what his mindset is, because I don't think he wants to block too many. There he goes. Oh! Huge swing. He had ideas of a sports tiger maximum that didn't materialize. Luckily, his foot was in the crease. The weather really cooler now, and most fortunate of all, there are clouds keeping the sun away in this late afternoon sun.
Good piece of keeping there by Chandan.
Just after 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in Taiwan. Let's go Galdar in again. It's wide outside the off stump. Javed went for it. He's lucky he didn't get an edge, but it's so far away that I think he couldn't reach it. Oh!
That's definitely very close.
But umpire Notnagel says not out.
Keeper not happy with that, believing it to be out.
Let's take a look. No, he put his bat down.
Would have been very interesting there, TMO.
Good bowling, good keeping.
Correct decision in the end.
So Usman Javed really is in the mood for something big, but he just cannot make contact. If he does, we'll have the maximum.
Very well bowled by Galdar here, Celia. A lot of excitement as well from all the fielders.
The swingers know that after that previous fairly good over by Yogi, and now if they can get another good one here, they rein them right in. Because I think these swingers believe they can reach a total of 80 or 90 if they are batting, if their batsmen fire on all cylinders. Oh, that's a full toss, and that is very far. That's into the baseball field. I think it's probably gone as well. Sports Tiger maximum. Just too full, and we have a new ball, I think.
Let's come over the commentary tent here, into the baseball field next to us. Great shot there, Celia, but rubbish ball.
Rubbish ball. That's not the way to... if you're on a good over.
You were just singing his praises, and he's gone and served up a full toss.
Nice full toss as well, juicy. Then he comes right back, but they'll get 1 run. That's the end of the over. Their 6th over. So the Devish is the bowler.
Devish Parshalia, great ball outside off stump, and you can definitely feel a sense of a big change in the game here, Celia. After that fast start from PCCT, they're just stalling here a bit, and good bowling from these bowlers here.
Very good. Still some runs coming, but not as fast as one would think.
Two dot balls create a bit of pressure. Batsman knows he's got to get going. Yet to fire Usman Javed. He played so well earlier on today with his 57. But
he has 7 at the moment.
But he's faced an equal number of balls there.
Correct.
He's missed another one as well. He's just needs to get his head down, get Shahzad Khan back on strike here. He's wasting balls at the moment.
Just after he played that cross-batted shot, he showed himself that he should play with a straight bat.
Sure, all those my Team 11 users are going to be a bit disappointed off his great innings in the first game. They're asking him, give us some more.
Oh.
And he's done just that. He's smashed it over long on for Sports Tiger. Put some PCCT players in there.
You should make some nice points. They've retrieved the ball from next door. There was another huge hit. He just took a little step forward and beautiful strike over mid-wicket.
And his My Team 11 users are much happier with his performance right now after that 6.
Let's see if Barashida can come back.
Up in a block hole, so just one down to long off. Good comeback.
Good ball, yeah. Good ball.
He'll be finished after this over though, and then he'll have bowled these 2 overs, so it'll be interesting to see who they turn to.
They still have Mori and Nair. They've only bowled 1 each.
Yes, and I think Galder has still got 1 up his sleeve as well.
So they have enough people with only 3 overs left after this ball.
Good ball in the block hole again. Perfect ball at this stage of the innings, Celia. Nothing wrong with giving away a single. You're trying to stop the boundaries.
And they did that. So we'll go to 62 for 1 after 7 overs. Now, Galdar.
He bowled a very good over last overs there.
So let's see if he can do that again. He's going to bowl to Shahzad Khan, who is the anchor of this innings again for the PCCT. Full toss, should be over his head, and it is. It's a Sports Tiger maximum 6 runs. Well played, Shahzad Khan. Shahzad Khan up to 25 of 18. White ball. He was afraid to pitch it up too much. You could see that was much shorter, but unfortunately also too wide.
He's chasing the top scoring position. He wants to end the tournament as a top batter, I think, Celia. He's well over 100 runs now, and he's chasing Meta.
Excellent bowling. Oh, that's another great strike. That's another 6. Sports Tiger maximum, Shahzad Khan on fire.
Incredible how many maximums have hit today, Celia. Really dealing in 6s, the PCCT batters.
That's the way to get runs without having to run. You just knock it over the boundary, save some energy for later. So Galdar now first 2 balls. Expensive. Let's see what he has up his sleeve for the next one. Oh, past the batsman. And 4. Great shot. It was hit so hard that the 2 fielders on the boundary didn't even move.
Shows you the value of using your feet to the slow bowlers, Celia. Get into the pitch of the ball.
Yeah, again shuffling forward and getting right there with a great strike. And now the 100 starts looking possible again, or at least 90. Wide ball. So whereas the previous few overs pulled the PCCT back, this over is now letting them run free again. Very close to 20 runs already in this over. With the wides and the 6s. Oh, it's out. It's out stumped. Let's make sure it's not a caught. No, he missed it. And the Shahzad Khan stumped by Chandan. And Khan is gone for a very well played. We'll tell you in a moment how many runs he got.
Perishing in the cause there, Celia. And here comes Mujahid, the captain. Very popular member of the team.
Very good leader.
Big hitter of the ball, and he'll be looking to take them over 100 here.
Shahzad Khan got 35 runs. Well batted for his 35.
He's had a good day with the bats, Leah, to add to his 27 from early on today.
And Mujahid is on strike. Oh my goodness, straight through everything and racing but not making the boundary. And Mujahid, oh, Mujahid.
You don't want to get run out again.
He was halfway down, but it was also a wide.
A very interesting stance there. You know he's going to try aim for that deep mid-wicket boundary with the moving his front foot well outside the leg stump there.
So another wide. Although there was a wicket in this over, it's a bit of a disaster over for the Swingers. That should be 4. Yeah, well played. I think this is one of those overs you talk.
He's coming on to bowl here, his second over.
One would think that Morey will do the last over again.
Yes, very good last over bowler. Sports Tiger is a global official streaming partner of Taiwan T10 League, bringing you all this action live from the Inkfong Cricket Ground here in Taipei. And it promises to be a very exciting last 2 overs here. Celia, buckle up. Here we go. Mujahid's going to try to launch us all the way to Taipei 101.
I predict the score of over 100. With 2 overs left, and that previous over in their books, they'll have something to say here.
Oh, how did they not bowl him? Incredible. Down a leg, missed it, hit his pads, and in between his legs, I think, and almost rolled onto the stumps there. Commentator's curse again. I thought he was going to hit it with Taipei 101 and then looked rather silly there, almost bowling himself.
And he's really, with an open stance, he's ready to launch it over mid-wicket.
There he does. Great shot. Smashed down the ground. Tennis forehand. Roger Federer, eat your heart out. Look at that shot. Bang.
That's a baseball shot as well. Mujahid, very good eye. He picks the ball up from the first. Sometimes he has 1 or 2 dodgy ones like Graham Pollock used to have in the old days. And after that, he sees the ball well.
Didn't get all of that. Mistimed it, but still getting a single. Bit of ill discipline creeping into the field here from the Swingers.
PCCT well on their way to 100 now. 91 for 2. They still have 9 balls left. In a T10 game, that's a lot.
Got to be confident with that score, especially with their bowling attacks here.
Oh, yeah.
Very strong bowling attack, and in this humidity, they might try to move the ball around a lot as well.
And very disciplined bowling attack as well.
Just whip that away. 4 more United team. They've come out firing today.
In those middle overs, 2 or 3 overs, they were bogged down a little bit. And right after that, when young Galdar came on for his second over, he was taken apart. That was the over that changed the complexion of the Pakistani innings.
That sounded, he doesn't get all of it. Dropped just short of the fielder at long off. And they decide to just go through for a single. It's a very good effort here. It's going to take some chasing, but don't forget the Swingers have the ex-Daredevil, Vishwajit Tawar. His top score was 69 last week. He's going to need 69 more runs today, Celia.
Or more. If the Swingers want to have any chance of chasing this down, because we're heading for 110.
Great shot. Low full toss, and he's cross-batted.
I hit that into all the scooters parked outside the field. Oh, when he gets the inside edge down to a short, fine leg. 1 run will bring Mujahid on strike. Javed on 30. Mujahid at the moment on 11. And it's not often that you see Prithvi More being hit for such a big 6. It shows you the quality of the PCCT batsman. Right, we have 4 balls left. 109 for 2. Well bowled. That's what Moray can do. He can come back right after that. A ball outside the off with some lift, and it's a dot.
It's going to be an exciting chase, Celia. It's do or die for the Swingers. I'm sure they'll come out blazing. But man, are they going to have to get off to a flying start.
This is another tall order. Ooh. Not a beautiful shot there by Mujahid. It came up. He indicates that it came up towards his face. But he gets 1 run, and he goes to 12. Let's see if PCCT can finish strongly here with some boundaries. I'm sure Usman Javed, who is on 30 of just 16 balls, he will have some ideas. Well pitched up and taken at the long on boundary. Good catch in his stomach.
Good thing he had a bread basket there. Call a token runner, Celia.
He's probably going to run his captain out now. Let's see. So there's 1 ball left. PCCT on 110 for 3. Last ball of the PCCT innings. Oh, and it's a 4. Terrible fielding by the man on the mid. Both teams keeping the order the same so far. And it will be, is it Mushtaq or is it Ul Haq? The sun is just a little bit low again. We'll see. Yeah, it's Mushtaq.
It is. Apologies for that. It's Mushtaq coming to bowl. A bit of a change from the last game.
A little bit of a change, but not surprising because Mushtaq is a great bowler.
It's much easier to tell him when he's got his cap off, Celia.
Mushtaq Mohammed, number 79, and he is going to bowl to Nitish Nair.
115 required from 60 balls.
And in the background, we see a lot of cyclists going by. You might wonder why do many of the cyclists have the same orange and yellow bicycle? Those are what they call U-bikes here in Taipei. You can rent them from hundreds of U-bike stations all over the city. Mushtaq. Oh, my goodness. You don't see that too often. Down the leg, first ball. Is there a little bit of nerves there? Although we have found that they quickly rectify the situation, these classy bowlers.
Very humid as well, Celia. I think the PCCT packed full of swing bowlers, but if you get it wrong, could cost them here. They've got to keep it tight.
See if he gets it right here. Oh my goodness, now it goes the other way. And it swung further. You're right, it actually went on swinging. And
they are tired. They haven't eaten since 4:30 this morning. It's coming in, factoring in here, but very unusual for the bowlers here to be ill-disciplined like this.
Let's see if Mushtaq can get it right. He should be. Like I said to you in the previous match, what usually works is when you really concentrate on getting your arm up high and just brushing your ear as you come down. Didn't get hold of that. Well done, Mushtaq.
Seen a bit of extra bounce outside that off stump today, Celia.
That makes it a little more difficult if you don't expect the bounce to get the ball away like Nair there. Out. Oh, I thought he got an edge there. Oh, I'm jumping the gun.
Very interesting stance here, Celia. He's batting well outside leg stump.
Nicely bowled outside the off stump. Earlier today, the former captain of FCC came by with some gifts. We are grateful for that. Something to chew on here in the commentary tent.
Charles Estesen, a legend of the Taiwanese cricket game, for the Formosans, brought some Druivors, which is dried meat for you guys out there. And very kind of him. We're glad, and it's so nice to see ex-players coming and supporting the league. from all around the world, Celia, not just guys still in Taiwan. And the interest it's generated has been magnificent.
Fantastic. The guys actually coming down to the ground, showing their faces, and then all over the world, people are watching on the Sports Tiger app.
One thing's for sure, we know who Andrew Carrick's supporting in this chase here. He'll be rooting for the ex-Daredevil player, Vishwajit, and the Swingers, I'm sure, hoping that they get one over the fierce rivals, the PCCT United team.
Yeah, at least now in England and South Africa, it's a more civilized time, as my father would have said. It's not so early in the morning. They can hopefully they've woken up and they can now watch this game in comfort. It's Saturday morning there, and in Australia, New Zealand already afternoon and evening. Good ball. Great comeback by, is it a wide? Not a wide. That is a great comeback by Mushtaq after bowling the first two. So he's already bowled 7 balls now, but only 5 legitimate deliveries. And the score is only 3.
Good comeback though, Celia, after that bad start.
Very good. And he's only conceded 1 run actually. 1 run off the bat.
Very well bowled there, Celia.
Beautiful
pitching on middle and just moving away a little bit.
Well bowled, Mushtaq. End of the over. 3. That's not what the doctor ordered, actually. That was a very good... But then again, these disciplined PCCT bowlers are not going to make it easy for you. You can try all you want to score 10, 11, 12 and over, but they will not make it easy for you.
Bit of a discussion there between Kazi and his captain. They're bringing up long on. Only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. So long on coming up, a 3rd man going back, and he's got long off. So those are the 2 fielders outside the ring. Nitish Nair here, and let's see what he can do. Play and a miss. Like Goldust, these dot balls. Good start from Kazi. Pressure mounting on the Swingers.
Yeah, that was actually not not that great a ball, but he got away with the dot ball there. Well played down to 3rd man there for 1.
Score moves on to 4. They're going to need to get a few boundaries here, so there. A lot of talking between balls here from the players. They're a bit tired, the PCCT United players, but they need to speed things up a bit here.
Yeah, some darker clouds coming over, but it won't rain.
Spanked through the covers. So racing away to the cover boundary, and first boundary of the innings, Swingers up and running.
As well, just to get back on track, slightly back on track. Ooh.
Good comeback there. Well bowled, well played as well. While watching the spectacular game, you can also make your team on My Team 11 Fantasy app and win big. To all our viewers, you can download the application from myteam11.com. Don't forget to get your teams in for tomorrow morning's game between the Titans and the Dragons.
3 cracking games tomorrow. Good bowling. Just to remind you that Sports Tiger is the official global streaming partner of the Taiwan T10.
First ever T10 League in Taiwan, Celia. It's been an absolute raging success. Generated so much interest amongst viewers, people all around the world watching. Oh, edged through the slips.
Sorry, Craigie. Yeah, usually Hajari will come in at number 3, but they might have to send his star batsman in front of him.
Mushtaq on to bowl here to Nair.
Whoa, straight to point and caught by Shahzad Khan. Great cut shot by Nair. Unlucky, but a great catch, and Mushtaq gets a wicket.
And here he comes, Vishwajit. The hopes of the Swingers rest on your shoulders. The ex-Daredevil. What can he do, Celia?
So the captain listened to us and sent him in ahead of himself. Let's see. The light is still okay. It's a little bit darker than earlier today, but it shouldn't be a problem. So now we have Mushtaq bowling very well after his first 2 wides. So the 12 runs you see on that the Swingers have scored, only 10 is off the bat. 2 of them were wides by Mushtaq, the first two balls. Now, Vicky Tawar doesn't have too much time to get his eye in. 2.1 overs have gone, and there's only 12 runs on the board. Oh. Good bowling just outside the off stump. And Vishwajit just hung a bat out. Not too much intent there.
He's got some time to just play himself in. He has to have a couple of sighters, but then he's got to start launching 103 or 46 balls tall order here for the Swingers.
Yeah, he's in earlier than normal because he's in at number 3 and just 2 overs gone when he came in. Well bowled, but good timing out to the long on boundary for a single. That ball was in the block hole, and he managed to just squeeze it out. Very hard to hit those for a 6. That one down to long off, another single.
Tomorrow's weather looking pretty good as well, Celia. Pretty similar to today, maybe a couple of degrees cooler, but still very hot. And hopefully the rain stays away as well.
We should have another very hot first game, and that will be that will be the Swingers and the Titans.
The Titans and the Dragons.
The Titans that the Swingers are playing right now.
I'm excited about seeing Sunday Jeff for 2 games. Should be wonderful viewing for the viewers out there.
Good bowling. Nice swing through the air away from the right-hander. A ball to go for Mushtaq. Very quickly he recovered from bowling those first 2 wild deliveries. And now Vishwajit Tawar struggling to make contact. That one is over the head of point, backward point, and it's 4 runs.
Very reason over and a number of sports Tiger maximums here. Shahzad Khan looks like he might be coming on to bowl here.
So nothing is getting easier for the Swingers.
Very good bowling attack here. They've still got Shahzad Khan. They've got Amjad Zafar if they need. Shoaib Mir.
Baseball. But if you go further down the river, you also get to some tennis courts. There's soccer fields. There's even a dog training area where you can bring and train your dog.
Lots of lovely parks for the kids as well.
Places to play.
Playgrounds, sand pits.
And apart from those orange bicycles we showed you, that you can rent from a station and then just return to any other station for a very, very low price. There are also other bicycles for rent along the river, where you obviously have to bring the bicycle back to the place where you rented it. So Shahzad Khan is into the attack. And he's never hurried.
Here it comes, Shahzad Khan, fine left-arm bowler. Loves to get up there in the block hole. Good change of pace. And he's going to be coming into Siddish Palanker, who needs to get a move on here. There we go. What a shot. Sports Tiger Maximum almost takes out a sheesh there on the bound.
And this one just from the pads. That was a leg by in the meantime. We trust that you still have all the pictures at home. And it's just our little screen that went out.
Yes, that was Ashish Perswani, our official photographer, who's taking wonderful shots and providing all the viewers with the photos up on Facebook and many other sites. Well bowled, squirted away there to third man. Asif, oh, such energy in the field today, Slia. We've seen wonderful stops from him, chases going on.
Yeah, he's been wide awake. And after that Sports Tiger Maximum, the score looks slightly more respectable, but they still need, I should say, another one. But off Shazad Khan, that's not that easy.
2 and over at least from here, Slia, to give themselves a chance.
Oh my goodness, a full toss.
Mr. Enormous came off his leg and bowled him, right? Well bowled there.
Very deliberate bowler, Shazad Khan.
Deceptively quick as well, right? Comes in very calmly to the crease and then quick arm action, and it's on you as quick as it can.
Yeah, he doesn't exactly sprint in. Nice calm run up.
Be very interesting to find out from some of the players. I think we might have to ask them, Celia, who their idols are and inspirations. Some of the players, I wonder if Wasim Akram maybe inspired Shazad Khan. Very similar action.
Yeah, Akram and Waqar Yunus, when those two opened the bowling for Pakistan, it was just
unplayable.
Oh, the late swing into the right-hander was.
They would have enjoyed bowling in Taipei, I can tell you that, with this humidity. Whew. Palanca needing to finish the over off well here. They've done pretty well in the last few overs of getting a boundary off the last ball. They're going to need another one here. Flicked down to square leg, but the deep square leg fielder is going to come in here. And just a single to end the over. 27.
It might all change, of course, in an over or in a few balls, depending on how they see the ball. But at the moment, Vishwajit does not look like the player of last weekend when he scored those 69 runs.
Some pressure on him, so yeah, I think they know a spot in the semi-finals up for grabs. As we see Usman Javed here warming up. Could he be coming on to bowl? Interesting choice here.
Very talented, this PCCT team. Many all-rounders. And Usman has a very, very long run up. At least it's cooler now. He's going to go to Pilankar, who should get a move on. 4 overs gone. Great strike, straight down the ground, 4 runs. Beautiful strike past the bowler. Wild swing. I think he wanted to get a move on again, but maybe would have been better advised to go to the offside there, where the ball was going.
Batting partner just coming to give him a bit of advice here. Not lose his head there. The first shot, great shot down the ground. The second one, a bit of a wild swing. 31. Yes, as you might have heard, some of the fielders are very aware of the score here. And just shouting out the score to the other fielders on the pitch.
Just over the head there of the slip, I think. And it's 4 runs. That one was not a convincing shot, but he needs is another straight bat hit. Like that. Is it enough? There's a fielder in position to cut it off, and he does. Just 1 run. That brings Vicky Tavar on strike. Let's see. He's been quiet, unusually quiet. He hasn't had much of the strike though, so it's not all his fault. But he has to launch something big. Oh, it is given. It is given. He says he hasn't touched the ball, but he's given, and that all that can happen is that the captain can call him back. He's furious being given out. What can happen in a situation like this? Let's just take a look here. I think what happened is he might have hit the ground, and that is what the umpire heard.
In theory.
It's probably not going to happen here, because these guys are playing for a spot in the semi-finals.
Danger man.
And it's gone. It's just the way, like Mike Atherton used to say, he always waited for the umpire to give him out, because in other cases he was given out when he was not out. So he says it evens out in the end. But anyway, the umpire definitely heard something there. He gave him out, and he has to go. He cannot argue. Cannot really show dissent.
Pajari, the captain.
Ajari, the swingers, number 7.
Hajari coming
in. And he...
Sorry, Hajari, all to do here.
Yeah, he sent his star in. It didn't work. He was out of sorts anyway, and I think that's also one of the reasons why he was so angry, because he couldn't get a move on. Oh, he should have left that for a wide, but he got some glove to it. And that'll be the end of the over, I believe.
From Taipei, you can also make your team on My Team 11 Fancy app and win big. To all our viewers, you can download the application from myteam11.com. Jeff Black's a certainty for tomorrow. Do you want to go with Dwayne Christie? And remember the Dragons, Adam Hopkins, a couple other players as well. Rishi, looking in great form, Celia. So it should be fun tomorrow for all the viewers out there.
Yeah, my Fantasy 11, my Team 11, they should have a lot of fun selecting their team for tomorrow's 3 games. But in this game, if you put quite a few of the PCCT players in, you should be scoring big points. And if you put Vishwajit in, not so many points. Right, we're going for, we've done 5 overs. We're going for number 6. The chase is not going according to plan. And let's see if Pelankar can do something about it.
Well bowled. Pelankar knows 81 required, 82 required from 29 balls. He's got to go big here. But so much pressure on the batters now.
At the same stage, I believe ICCT was chasing better than the Dragons. Or than the Swingers, I should say. Oh my goodness, a full toss.
It's pretty full. Let's just double check and see whether that was above waist high. Not called by the square leg umpire, so just a single. Very high though, Celia.
Yes, I think at the moment the Swingers are not so happy with the umpires, but that's the way it goes.
Brilliantly bowled. Oh! Always interesting when the umpire raises his arm, but that he didn't give him out there, Celia. No, he's saying no. He's not saying you're out. Bit of confusion there.
I think he said no, it was pitched down the leg.
Yes, but as an umpire, you should never really make any movements with your fingers or your hands. Hajari is struggling here.
Yeah, at the moment the Swingers are not going to make it. They're not going to chase it down.
Through the slips and 4 more to the total. Much needed runs from Hajari. Wide slashed through the slips.
Ooh, not too far out.
41 for 2 with 2 balls to go in the 6th over. These wonderful pictures provided by Sports Tiger, the global official streaming partner of the Taiwan T10 League. 3 more games to come tomorrow as well. Shahzad Khan steaming in. Wobbles, but played down to 3rd man for a single. Just won't do at the moment. Swingers need a miracle here.
The Swingers might find that they could. They're probably going to play off for 4th and 5th. The way it goes now, they're not going to make the semi-finals for 5th and 6th, I should say, because 42 for 2, and they only have 25 balls left.
Unless we see the innings of the tournament. But they should keep trying. Never give up. You never know.
Nothing wrong with that ball.
Just on Margaret, he saw the batsman coming, I think, and stepping away and just put it a little bit wider up.
And they deserve it with 2 great scores of over 100. And then bowling well to defend. Shoaib Mir He's coming on to bowl now.
Still stuck on 4 wickets, Salia. He needs 1 more to join Mohammad Sadiq as the top wicket taker in the tournament, and 2 to overtake him. So let's see what he can do here.
He was not very happy in the previous match with his performance. Some of the batsmen got hold of him a little bit. And he's just putting his fielders exactly where they should be. So it's over number 7. And 73 runs needed. Shoaib Mir then. That is a 6. That's a Sports Tiger maximum. Welcome, Mr. Bowler.
Well, he's just made him a bit more unhappy. After that, we spoke about Mir getting a bit of punishment in the first game, and he's copped one here. First ball, 6. Magnificent hit.
Not happy at all. That's it was not a very beautiful shot, but it was effective. They probably need 5 more, but I don't think Shoaib will allow that.
Bit too short there from here.
Unfortunately, that one is too wide. He's going to change now, I believe. He's going to come right arm around. Not happy with his line.
Just needs 1 really big over to get them back in this match.
Oh, another wide. That is very uncharacteristic of Shoaib Mir.
Bit of fatigue setting in here, Salia. As we mentioned, a lot of these players fasting for Ramadan. This is the second game. I have a very hot day here in Taipei, and some of the players just starting to feel a bit fatigued, bowling wise, like you said they don't normally do.
No doubt. They will steal a little run there. That's Hajari. 50 up for the Chiayi Swingers. Should be 51 now.
Those last couple of overs, Salia cost them in their bowling effort. I think the Swingers, they looked like they were going to keep PCCT to under 100. And just lost their discipline in the last 3 overs, and it's cost them here.
Oh, another wide by Shoaib Mir. Outside the white line on the offside. So all these little runs they will take, but don't think don't think it's going to be enough. There's a better ball. Another single.
Palanka on strike here.
Palanka on 27, Hajari on 12.
Good. So they need these 2 to stay here until the end.
In the air, but safe. Swingers still trying their best. Quite expensive over here from Shoaib Mir. Few wides, a 6, a few singles. And he still has 2 balls to go. Huge edge down to the 3rd man boundary. Another single.
It's quite incredible how many times the ball's gone down to the 3rd man boundary of this innings.
And there was always a fielder. So a good field placement. You get those edges when you play with a cross bat. So it seems like 1 ball left. And another edge and taken.
He's pulled off a worldie there, Salia. One-handed.
One-handed late lunge. Let's just take a look again. Oh, a great catch off the bowling of Mir. He will feel a little bit happier after that.
Amjad Zafar there, the catcher.
Well taken, Amjad. Hajari then caught brilliantly at quite a wide slip, maybe a second slip. one of the catchers of the tournament. Now the new batsman in.
Should be Prithvi Murray. Let's double check. 16, no. Divish Barshalia coming in. Interesting, because the captain mentioned that Murray was a bit of a hitter in his team, but he sent in Divish Barshalia here. Palanker's still on striker.
Palanker still there on 27.
60 off 18 balls, Sleer. We're going to need a lot more wides, a lot more Sports Tiger maximums, and a meltdown of note here from.
But Dennis Mahmood is on.
Very well bowled there. PCCT using the crease well here.
This is Dennis Mahmood's strength, bowling across the right-hander. We remember in the previous match, he had to bowl to left-handers and he was not happy.
Another missed time shot over the covers. Should come back for 2. And make it safely. I was going to say, Celia, they haven't really scampered many 2s. Something maybe they needed. I know it's a very hot day, but didn't show the urgency in the field and didn't show it with the bat either.
Yeah, just from the very first over, they could not get the runs.
It's timed again over the covers, but I think they should come back for another 2 here. Let's just double check and see whether the fielder was able to stop that or not. Just 2 more to the total, so well stopped there in the deep. Palanka trying his best here, but just not timing the ball, not getting it away.
He needs boundaries. I mean, the 2s and singles are not going to do it from here. He needs quite a few and very quickly. Otherwise, it's going to be way short.
And he's chopped it on. Ball kicked a bit low, but unfortunately not quite enough in this chase. Prithvi Murray coming in. And he needs a boundary ball for the last 14 balls of the innings, Celia.
Very unlikely, not impossible, but very unlikely. I suppose the Swingers will do what ICCT did in the previous and just bat for the exercise to give us some entertainment, to get the viewers at home on the edge of their sofas, urging them on to try their best, even though they're going to fall short in this chase. I think we can now comfortably predict that PCCT United will go through to the semi-finals next week.
It's going to be a very strong lineup in the semi-finals there, with the Formosan's, Indians, and PCCT. Well bowled there, squirted out to long off, but the batsman just decided for a single. And that brings Barshalia onto strike here. Very good over here from Mahmood. Single to point.
They're just batting properly. I think that's better than doing these wild slogs and getting 0 runs. Just play some shots, get your confidence in. There's another match next weekend.
61 for 4 at the end of the 8th over. 2 overs to go. It's PCCT hammering ICT Smashers by 44 runs.
Yeah.
And now in this innings, I think it looks like they're going to have another large victory. Kazi coming on to bowl. Yeah, he fancies himself. He wants a wicket. He's asked the captain for a bowl. And he's coming into Divish Barshalia.
Backs away to the leg side. Ball is outside the offside. No contact. So we've got Barshalia and Murray at the crease. We are into the 9th over. One run. If he actually stood still, it would have been a wide down the leg. Nevertheless, a nice cool breeze now coming over the field. I'm sure the players are very grateful for that after a super hot and humid day in Taipei. But in spite of that, fantastic cricket. 2 scores over 100 from PCCT. saw the batsman coming, dropped it short, and they get only one. Craig, it's interesting how quickly these days go by. These Saturday and Sunday with 3 games, it's like in a moment, in the blink of an eye, 3 games are over, and we're ready for the next 3. It's short and it's full of action. Kept low.
Just what the viewers want, Celia. Action-packed weekends. It's what cricket lovers all around the world, I'm sure, are missing now. Live sport. There's only so many games you can rewatch. But for viewers out there, the 4-3-8 chase of South Africa against Australia never gets tiring.
That one is down the leg. Especially for our viewers who are still in lockdown. I'm sure this live cricket is even better, because they can't go out. Of course, they can watch reruns on their computers, but here is live sports for their entertainment. Oh, that one climbed up nicely, Kazi. Good lift. So they're just making it in singles now, trying to get to something respectable. So we have only 7 balls left. 7 balls remaining, 1 in this over from Kazi. Shot in the air, over point. Well, it won't go all the way, but they will come through for 2. That will take the score to 68 for 4 after 9 overs.
It's been a wonderful day's cricket again from the Ingfong Cricket Ground here in Taipei.
I hope they're enjoying it just as much as we are.
Oh, and the captain's brought himself onto bowler.
The captain is doing what you said you would like to do when a game has been won. Give me an over.
You know, even 6 sixes, Celia, and you're not going to lose the game for your team. Mujahid bring himself onto bowler.
Kept low.
Very interesting there. Pretty long run up for a slow bowler.
I remember Mujahid from my playing days. Nothing wrong with him as a bowler. Not the fastest in the world, but quite economical.
Whipped away, straight to the fine leg, square leg fielder. No run. It's very hard to get that sort of bowling away. I'm sure you all remember Prempo Swaini for the Formosans. He was a master of the art and bowling slow balls and taking a number of wickets, including Viv Richards once in Shanghai.
Oh, that's very high, but it won't be a 6.
It's coming out towards away. No, it's just gone straight up in the air. Oh, drop catch. Coming back for 2. It's all happening here at the YCG. And I ended up getting away for a single there. 2. Back for 2. Yes, reminder to all the viewers to get your My Team 11 team in before tomorrow's games. Well bowled there. Deceptively slow. Download the application from myteam11.com. Get your teams in. We know the star players by now. Get your Dragons in, your Daredevils. And don't forget to include some Titans. Oh, he's stumped himself. He's run himself out. Just lost track of the ball there. Comedy all around, Celia. This is great. Mujahid, give yourself a bowl next weekend as well. Wonderful entertainment for the viewers out there to finish off what's been a magnificent day of cricket, Celia.
Was that Basilia?
That's Basilia. Hitting the ball into his pads, squirted out to the keeper. Didn't know where the ball was, and he's just miles down the wicket, and he's run out.
Run out or stumped, you choose.
Well, I think because he took a few steps out of his crease, it would be interesting to see what the scorers call out.
I think they're going to call it the stumping.
Oh, someone's got another one. Oh, what a way to finish the game. Wonderful entertainment there from Mujahid. Well played, PCCT. They've won. We'll go through to the semi-finals next weekend, and tomorrow we'll find out. Will it be the Dragons, the Titans, or the Daredevils?
At this stage, I would say the Daredevils, although they've not been playing up to their level of their talent, they might be the favourites, but we've been wrong before. The Titans beat them in the very first match of this league. But be that as it may, Today's 3 games have been played. PCCT won both their games, so they are through to the semi-final. The Chiayi Swingers won one and lost one today. They won the first one, just lost this one. And then ICCT, they lost both their games. They will be back next weekend to play out for 7th and 8th place. So they still have a game to go. You can still enjoy their cricket for one more game. But as far as today's games are, that's the end of the today's games. We hope you enjoyed it with us. We certainly enjoyed it. In spite of the very hot and humid weather, it was great cricket, fantastic batting, lots of sixes, Sports Tiger maximums, many fours, some outstanding catches, and 1 or 2 drop catches as well. So we're just going to hear what the captains have to say about their team's performances. They are just making their way over to the boundary there, where Priya is waiting for them. And as you can see, just a beautiful, beautiful afternoon now in Taipei. People relaxing along the riverbank, and some of them stopping to watch the games, not understanding, I'm sure, but nevertheless watching. So it seems like the captains are over there, and we will now we will go over and hear what the winning and the losing captain have to say. Let's cross over to Priya on the boundary.
Hello everyone, we're back at presentations. This was the last game in pool, we had the 3rd qualifier just now in pool 1, and this time it was the match between the PCCT and the Chiayi Swingers, and the PCC was the better team. They won by 43 runs. We will first talk to the captain from this game. So you still have some more games next week, right? So any plans for that? How are you going to prepare your team for that?
Oh, right now, just we're gonna analyze what went wrong in today's game, and we try to do some better. And we say we did proper in our bowling department, and the bowling department was kind of lacking today, but it's fine because we're still learning. So
you're a very young team, so there's still lots of room for improvement. So wish you all the best for your games next week, and we'll see you then. Yeah, bye bye. Mr. Mujahid, congratulations. You were very confident at the beginning. How do you feel right now?
I'm feeling great. First of all, thanks to Almighty. After losing the first 2, after playing the first 2 games, was a little worried. But now, okay, we hard work, and our hard work paid off. So it's all depend on our batting, because our batting was clicking, making good scores on the board. So we have capability in the bowling side. We can bowl every team out in low score.
Both games today, you made over 100 runs, and it was quite a hard score for the other team to beat. Is that going to continue to be your strategy?
Yes, of course. We want to do more than that if we could. So anyway, our batter is batting very well. They play play some spectacular shots, and especially our Shehzad, Usman, they play really well inning and give us a good platform to. If we more than 100, it's difficult in this atmosphere, in this weather, to achieve that score.
But I think for the 3rd game, the weather was better. What do you think? It was a bit covered?
Yeah, thanks to Almighty. They give us the good